So, Restus the bull, when we left the house today, was in the neighbor's property. So, when we got back, we decided that we needed to walk over there and bring him back. Well, about halfway across the South 80, Chyanne, as usual, was about 15 feet in front of me. And I saw her jump and squeal and step back, and I asked her what it was, and she said a snake, and it was hissing. I think it was a rattlesnake. So we had the governor. I always carry the governor. When I carry the governor, I keep it loaded on the ranch with 410 shotgun shells. And I shot this little guy once. I know I hit him, but he still moved and moved towards the brush, so I shot him again. And then, just to make sure, I shot him one more time. So he's probably full of pellets, 410 shotgun shells. So, after we shot him, I didn't have a knife on me, but I did have a walking stick, and I just put the walking stick on his head and started pushing it into the dirt. And then I pulled the snake up and separated it from his head. So I think Chyanne wants to pick him up. He's still writhing like he's alive. Those are reflex muscles. And this snake, if we left it, would do that all the way through the midnight into the sunrise tomorrow. They say that a snake's heart will beat for 24 hours. And he is dead, and he has no head. You can see that. There is no head on this snake. But they will writhe for long into the midnight. So we're going to skin this little guy out. He's going to continue to writhe even when I skin him. I think Chyanne wants to pick him up and show you how long he is. She'll pick him up by his rattle area. Hold him up, come away so I can get you and him in the picture. Stand over here.
I don't want to break it off.
So, just hold him out normal. And he's still all wriggled up. See if you can stretch him out from his neck area so we can see how long he is. Just stretch him out in front of you there. He's about probably 32 inches long, I think. He's pretty good size for a prairie rattler. But we're going to skin him. Cheyenne's already got one rattlesnake skin. This is actually the first one we've seen this year, and this is October the 26th or 27th. So it's the first one we've actually found here this year. We're going to skin him. We'll give the meat to the pigs and see if they'll eat that. So here we go.
There it is.
Got him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm going back up for you.
No, you just start filming, and
Am I filming now?
if the red button is on, you are filming. And he's going to wiggle and squirm, and we have several rattlesnake skins inside. We keep them in antifreeze. Now, you could eat rattlesnake. I don't. I'm not impressed with it. I guess if I was hungry, I would. But you just cut right down the center of its belly. This is a pretty good sized snake. And it has quite a few pellet holes in it. We did dispatch his head in the prairie. And we left that head, we buried it in the dirt so that nothing could step on it, because the head maintains the venom. Now, see these fat pockets here? These are fat pockets. And you could take that fat right there. That's a pretty fat little snake. But you take this fat out and you can cook it down. And it makes excellent, when you render it, it makes excellent oil for earaches. You just render it like you do regular fat, but there's a lot less of it. This is a healthy little snake.
Is it male or female?
I'm going to try to keep the rattle intact with the skin. That's going to come off. Maybe I've got it there. Now, we've got that cut all the way down. When you're skinning a rattlesnake, you have to skin them within the first hour of killing them. If you don't, the skin begins to decompose. You can see quite a few little buckshot holes in him. I hope it doesn't ruin my skin, but you just got to do what you got to do when you're faced with a rattlesnake hissing at you, coiled up, wanting to fight you. You're not worried about how many holes you make in it. This one was fat for the winter. There's an awful lot of fat inside there. Quite a few buckshot holes too. I really don't waste time when it comes to shooting them. If it was a bull snake, I wouldn't have killed it. But rattlesnakes bite my horses, they bite my animals, they could bite my grandkids, and I just don't tolerate it. The rattles did not come off with the skin. So I'm going to see if the pigs are interested in this snake. Penny, are you hungry? You want that? Now I think that's probably why we don't see very many rattlesnakes. You want it? Well, she doesn't want it laying on the ground in front of her, that's for sure. Want it? No. Let's go see if Cherokee wants it. Cherokee? Cherokee, do you want this? You want that? No, they're smart enough they don't want any part of a rattlesnake. And they're not hungry pigs, or they'd already be eating it. Okay, so I guess we put it in a bucket and we take it to the dump with us the next time we go. I don't see the cats. The cats might eat it. Let's see if we can find the cats.
Just call them, Grandma.
Now those are young hens. They're doing the, we're not going to move, we're going to hypnotize him. They're not quite sure they want any part of it. Yeah, everybody senses that it's a rattlesnake. Nobody's real impressed with it. See what the guineas do with it. There's a guinea with a string on her. We're going to have to get rid of that.
They scare her. Oh, there we go.
Well, they think they want it, but they're not quite sure.
They're eating it.
Okay, so that's going to make a pretty nice belt or bracelet or something. I'm in the light, I'm sure, so try to get out of the light. But what we'll do, we'll preserve it in the antifreeze, and then when we're ready to work it, we'll just take it out. It preserves the hide, and you don't have to do any extra tanning. Then you just take it out of the antifreeze and let it dry. It does change the color of it, but that's okay. It's the easiest way I've found to take care of them and get them out of the way in a short period of time. So there you go. One dead rattlesnake and one soon-to-be belt or bracelet.